in my opinion, are difficult. Uh, it's, it's like building, when you're building a house and you're adding a room, you got to get the right pitch in the roof to match the rest of the house. And so a golf course is the same thing. When you build bunkers, you're trying to match up the bunker style so you don't all of a sudden have some foreign thing out there that people say, well, this doesn't look like the rest of them. And now we're going back with a little different technique as far as the liners in the bunkers, but we still want to be able to match them up. As far as greens, we have to tie in the green slopes into the existing slopes, and that's where you're going to see these sod seams where they match up. But that is probably the most difficult part, is not tearing up any more of the course than you have to. I'm talking about turf. That is the hardest part in a renovation, is matching it up with what's existing there. So when I build something, I want it to look like it's been there all the time. I don't want anybody to say, well, that must be a new green, or that must be a new bunker, or whatever. I want it to match up. And so whatever the style of the golf course is, I want to be able to blend the new slopes, new greens, new bunkers, the new hollows, everything we're doing. I want it to feel like it's been there for a long time. And that's a real trick. So it takes a lot of time and effort. We're here on expansive clay. Very, very difficult. You get rain one day and it could shut you down for 3 days. So they can make a bigger mess working in that. But in sand, you just push it around. If you don't like it, you just erase it and redo it. They can really do it in one day. But working in this clay material and then having to come back in and put somewhat of a sand cap on it, which we're able to do because we're utilizing the mix, or the sand mix that's in the existing greens. We are reutilizing that material, which is going to be a bonus to us, because with Graham putting in some of these spoke drain lines in here, and he's able to backfill with this sand, it's going to really improve our drainage in the fairways, which we've struggled with. That is probably the hardest part of dealing with a course here in this part of the world, in the country. But it's not like I haven't seen it before, but it's never easy to do. I mean, everybody's just kind of pulling together, and we accomplish something. We're very pleased about it, and we move on and deal with another problem area. But no, attitude's been great. We're on schedule, so there's not a lot of pressure that you really get pressure applied when you get off budget and when you get off schedule, because we don't ever want to promise something and not be able to deliver it. So I'm very pleased that we're able to start a little earlier, as I originally suggested back in early December. We picked up a couple of weeks where we really got a lot done in December, which really got us a jump start. So we're realizing that we may run into a couple of weeks of really bad weather here in the spring. And because we've had a really dry year so far, these little rainstorms have really not impacted us like they could have. So that's really worked out, and went over the schedule yesterday with Graham, and it looks like we're right on schedule. And unless something really happens weird with the weather, I think we're going to be in good shape.